Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today we're going to be making a little mini milk carton. I seen the tutorial over on the Paper Pixies blog, and I have the link to that on my blog, to her tutorial. So if you want to check hers out as well. I have used the Ornate Garden Specialty Designer Series paper to make this little milk carton, and we're going to be using the Honeybee stamp set. Now, when I originally made these way back, I think it was maybe sometime in March, I used the Thoughtful Blooms, which is a celebration set. But since we cannot get this anymore, I just used the Thank You. We're going to be using the Thank You and the Honeybee. And I have to tell you, this stamp set is on the retirement list. So at the time of this filming, it was still available. But these will no longer be available as of June 2nd. June 2nd is the last day that you can purchase these if they're still available. Okay? So, you know, this is one of my favorites, so I will not be getting rid of this. So let's get our pieces that we're going to need. I have them all in my case, ready to go. Let me just get everything out. So we're going to need a piece of cardstock for the bottom, because this comes apart like this, so the recipient doesn't have to tear it up. The cardstock is mint macaron, and it measures 3 11/16 inches by 3 11/16 inches. We're going to need a strip of Designer Series paper, and that measures 2 inches by 5 3/8. And we also have a scrap of early espresso and a scrap of white for our stamping and punching. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to get my scoreboard and we're going to get started. Just grab that, my scoring tool, and let's see here. We're going to start with the base, and on this we're going to score this at 1 1/4 inch on all 4 sides. Okay, let me move some things out the way, get this in the frame. Hopefully you can see this. Let me turn it like this. Yeah, so 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. Okay, and we'll come back to that. Now let's go ahead and do our scoring for our Designer Series paper. We're going to score this along the 2 inch side at 3/8 and 1 1/8. So at 3/8, what did I say? 1 1/8. 1 1/8. Then we're going to rotate it clockwise. And we're going to score on the 5 3/8 inch side at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 3 3/4, and 5. Okay. And that's all we're going to do for that. I'll go ahead and put my scoreboard away. Get my scissors, and we'll do some cutting. We're going to start with the box of the carton. We're just going to cut up on this score line here. Wedge in. Rotate and do the same for all 4 corners. Notice I'm not taking much out of for the wedging of it. Okay, that's the base cut up. Now we'll do the cuts on the designer series paper. Actually, this one doesn't need any cutting, I don't believe. Let me burnish my score lines. Is what I should have done in the first place. This tiny fold, this 3/8 inch fold, I'm going to fold it backwards because that's how it's going to go together on the milk carton. It's going to help it go together better. Just make sure these are burnished good, but don't do it too hard because this is designer series paper. You do not want to tear your paper. It can crack it if you do it too hard. And we're going to just add some adhesive there. Yeah, there's no cutting on this one. Where's my adhesive? We're going to use the green top glue, the multi-purpose glue. Just a little adhesive here. I'm just going to put this together like this, and it should be even. If it's not, just wiggle it into place. Now that sets up for a second. We're going to go ahead and burnish our box. I do like cutting before I burnish my score lines. I don't know why. It's just something I do. But you can burnish before you cut. Sometimes it's easier because your flaps are all together. And I'm going to stamp my little personalized stamp on the back of it, on the bottom of it before I put it together. So let me get that. This is a stamp that I bought a couple of years ago when Stampin' was selling some personalized name stamps. So I like to personalize my projects. And this is going to be in mint macaron. We're just going to stamp that right on the middle square. Not quite in the middle, but it'll work. Did I mention I made these boxes for my nephew and his fiance? We were all scheduled to go on a cruise for their wedding reception. They were going to have a small personal wedding, just a really small wedding, but everybody was invited to go on the cruise for the reception. And I made these little thank you boxes for them to give out to everybody. And of course, because of COVID, the cruise was canceled. Let's put our box together. We're just gonna put glue on all these tabs, on all four. I like using a multi-purpose glue because, as you guys know, I always say I have a hard time getting things straight, so this lets me have some time to maneuver things around to get them where they need to be. So we're just gonna fold each tab on the inside and line them up, the edges up with each other. And these two we're gonna put in at the same time. You know what? This is not going together properly. I think I forgot. Let me see if I can take this apart without ruining the paper. Okay. I need to get my gunky glue scissors. I need to shave off a bit of each of these tabs. It's no problem. Let me just go back. Ooh, probably did too much on that one, but that's okay. All right, and then we just put them back in. Put them back in. Okay. Need to get that one in at the same time. There we go. Ooh. Don't do that Make sure you cut your tabs off before you add the glue, because now I'm all sticky. And I will have to remake this box because you can see there's glue on the inside now. But that's okay for now. It's okay for now. I'll remake it afterwards. But we're going to get our lid, and we're going to have the 3/8 inch at the top. We're just going to slide this over our box. Slide this over. Let's see, this is the back. We're just going to squeeze in, push it down as far as it'll go, and squeeze in. That helps shapes the side so you don't have to put score marks. On my blog, I do give you the measurements to put the scores in, so these will be more defined if that's what you want. But I find that if you put it on the box, it creates it by itself, and you don't have to do that. So to keep this together, we're just going to add a little glue on the inside of the 3/8 inch area, just at the top here. Put a little bit on this side too. And just squeeze it back together and hold it for a second. Close up the glue while we do that. And I'm gonna get my block and get my stamps out. We're gonna get the thank you from the Honeybee stamp set. Hope that block is a little big. Let's get a smaller one. Okay. And we're going to use Early Espresso ink. And get our Whisper White scratch paper. Just going to ink that up. And stamp, thank you. Thank you. And that's all we needed that for. So we're done with this ink. Let's clean off our stamp. I have my chamois here. Clean that off so we can put it up. Put it right back. I am so sad this is, of course you guys know I'm sad this is leaving, but we'll make do. Okay, I have my 1-inch circle punch we're going to punch this out with. And this 1-inch circle punch is on the retirement list as well. So if you need it, I love it. I will probably continue to use it after it goes away, because it's just perfect for cutting out these tiny sentiments. And then we have the 1 1/8 inch scallop circle punch, which is also on the retirement list. Oh my goodness. But they can't have everything in the new catalog. They have to make space for the new stuff. Okay, put some adhesive on here. This glue is still on my fingers. Just line this up, layer it up. Oh, you know what I forgot to get? My dimensionals and my bling. Okay, let's get the dimensionals. Uh-oh, my box is coming apart. I wish I had one of those little library clips to keep it together. I don't have one until it dried. Let's see. I'll use my dimensional edges. I think I put the dimensional just at the top. Yeah, just at the top. Just at the top in the middle. Get rid of that. And I believe I used the Noble Peacock. Did I use the Noble Peacock rhinestones? Yes. Yes, I did. No, the Holiday rhinestones is what I used. The Holiday rhinestones. We're going to use this blue. This blue is Coastal Cabana, but it looks really good with this. So we're just going to take one of these small ones and place it right here at the bottom. Using our Take Your Pick tool. Put that back. Take this off. Then we're just going to place this on our tag. I mean on the top. Let's see. Where's the... Okay, that's the back. So this is the front. Well, yeah, this is the front. I think I squeezed it wrong. But we'll do it. It'll do. Try to get it on there straight. Okay, you can take the lid off so you can squeeze it together. Make sure it adheres. Look at the inside of that. That reverse of that paper is so pretty. This is like my favorite sheet in the whole garden, Ornate Garden Designer Series paper stack. This is my favorite sheet of paper. There we have it, you guys. A beautiful thank you box. See, and switching out those 2 stamp sets for the other, which one? The Thoughtful Blooms. This is the Thoughtful Blooms. This is the Honeybee. They both look great on this project, right? There you go. That is it for today, you guys. Thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. I would like it if you would leave me a comment, like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.